If you're over 35, you don't need to spend 6 days a week in the gym. You don't need 15 different exercises for every muscle, and you definitely don't need to train like you're still 21. What you do need to do is build strength, maintain your muscles, protect your joints, and keep your body capable of doing the things that you love. Because after 35, the goal isn't just to look strong, it's to stay strong. So in this video, I'm giving you 5 exercises that every man should have in his training routine after 35. Let's get into it. So first up is the squat. Yes, I know, you've probably heard this a million times already, but there's a reason why this exercise keeps coming up. The squat trains your quads, glutes, and core while teaching your legs to produce force. And that's incredibly important as you get older. Think about your everyday life for a moment. Getting out of the chair, picking up something, playing with your kids. And one of the biggest mistakes that men make after 35 is focus on training their upper body whilst letting their lower body strength disappear. You don't need to squat the heaviest weight you've ever lifted. You need to squat consistently with good technique and appropriate resistance. For some people, this might mean the barbell back squat. For others, it could be the goblet squat, could be dumbbell squats, or it could even be the body weight squat. The exercise can change, but the movement pattern stays the same. Because if you want strong legs at 35, 40, 50 and beyond, you got to start building them now. And that's why exercise 2 is just as important. Number 2, the deadlift. The deadlift is one of the best exercises for learning how to lift something heavy from the floor safely and efficiently. It trains your posterior chain, which is your hamstring, your glutes and your back, whilst also challenging your grip strength and your core. But here's what I really like about the deadlift after 35. It builds useful strength. We're not just training to move weights at the gym here. We're training to be strong in real life. Lifting your kids, moving furniture, carrying the shopping. You know, doing all these jobs that have become your responsibility as a dad. Focus on good technique, controlled reps, and progressive overload. And if traditional deadlifts don't agree with your body, you can use variations like the Romanian deadlift and the trap bar deadlifts. Remember, the goal is simple. Build a strong posterior chain. And if you're enjoying this video, hit like and subscribe. I'm all about helping busy men build muscle and get stronger without living in the gym. So we've covered legs and the posterior chain. Now let's talk about pulling. Number 3, the pull-up. The pull-up trains your lats, upper body, biceps, and grip, whilst using your core to stabilize your body. And here's another reason why I love it. It gives you a very simple measure of relative strength. You're not just lifting a weight, you're lifting your own body. Now, if you haven't done a pull-up in years, don't just walk into the gym and start swinging your body around like you're auditioning for an action movie. Start where you are. Use an assisted pull-up machine, use some resistance bands, or use the lat pull-downs. Then gradually work towards an unassisted rep. And don't worry if you can only do 1 or 2. 1 good pull-up is better than 0. Then 2 becomes 3, 3 becomes 5. And suddenly you developed a level of strength that you didn't think you even had anymore. So we covered squatting, hinging, and pulling. Now we need to balance that with a strong push-in movement. And that's where this next exercise comes in. Number 4, the overhead press. This is one of my favorite exercises for building real upper body strength. You're training your shoulders, triceps, and upper body while your core has to stabilize the weight above your head. And there's something very important here. We're not just trying to build bigger shoulders. We're trying to maintain the ability of pressing things overhead. Again, think about real life for a moment. Putting something onto a high shelf, lifting something overhead, and generally moving things around. That ability is useful. Now, the overhead press might not be suitable for everyone. If pressing overhead causes pain or discomfort, don't force it. Do not get an injury. You can use alternatives like the dumbbell press, landmine press, or other variations that allow you to train the same general movement safely and comfortably. The goal isn't to show how tough you are. The goal is still to be able to use your body years from now. We've got one final exercise left, and it's a classic for a reason. Number 5, the bench press. The bench press trains your chest, triceps, and shoulders. And it's one of the simplest ways to build and maintain upper body pushing strength. But here's the mistake. Don't turn every bench press session into a competition with your younger self. After 35, you don't need to consistently chase your personal bests. Your goal should be to maintain and build strength without beating your body up. So use a weight you can control. Focus on good technique. Keep your shoulder blades stable. Control the bar. And progressively increase the weight over time when you're ready. And if the barbell bench press doesn't feel right, you can use an alternative like dumbbells. The important thing here is you're training the pushing pattern. Because maintaining muscle and strength isn't about the most impressive workout. It's about doing the right things consistently. And when you combine these 5, you've got a simple foundation for keeping you strong through your 30s and beyond. And here's the most important part. You don't need to do all 5 exercises every workout. You don't need to train them for 2 hours. And you definitely don't need to destroy yourself every time you walk into the gym. You need to train like a man who wants to be strong, capable, and active for decades to come. So if you're over 35, let me know in the comments section, which of these exercises are you going to start doing more? And if you want more simple fitness advice for busy men and dads, hit subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.